Hi, this is David Clive with Deed Ventures, and in this video we're going to look at a 20-acre property that is available in Costilla County, Colorado. Alright, in terms of the property's location, you can see it's in southern Colorado, pretty much right on the border with New Mexico, 2 hours and 45 minutes from Colorado Springs. Coming from the south, it's roughly 2.5 hours from Santa Fe. If you're coming from Pueblo, it's only 2 hours and 5 minutes. From Walsenburg, which is a little bit closer, you're a little under 1.5 hours from Walsenburg. From Alamosa, you're about 1 hour and 5 minutes. I think the coolest city nearby is Taos. There's a lot to see and do there in Taos, and it's only 1 hour away. Closer still is Fort Garland at just under 40 minutes. And San Luis is just 20 to 25 minutes away from the property. And finally, Costilla, New Mexico is just about a little over 15 minutes from the property. So, the property is nice and isolated, but there are plenty of cities nearby, and the property is very easy to get to, very accessible. As you can see, it's right off. So if you just take the 159, you'll turn left on County Road E, and E is an elephant. And then when you get to Road 11, you just turn north, and the property is right there. Looking at Google Earth to help get a lay of the land, this is Costilla County. The outline is in green. This blue line right here is the New Mexico border. The property is this yellow dot right here. Ignore the other yellow dots. Those are other properties that I've had and have sold. So also it might be worth pulling up some of these pictures just so you can kind of see what the area looks like near the property. As you can see, it's kind of low shrubs, mountains off in the distance. And let's see what we have here. A nearby store. Down at the border. So as you can see, the mountains are very prominent in this area. The Sangre de Cristo Range has several 14,000 footers, and it's just a really beautiful area. So this is the highway. It's the 159, and that's the road that you take to get to the property. And as you can see, it's just beautifully scenic in this area. Here it is in the winter with the snow-capped mountains. All right. Now, if you just take that 159 north and you turn off on County Road E right here, so you have a nice 2-lane paved highway that takes you to County Road E. And from County Road E, you just take that all the way down here and on County Road 11. The property will be right here. Basically, if you split this from north to south into quarters, you have the northernmost quarter, and then the second quarter, that's where the property is, and then third quarter, fourth quarter. So this is the property. As you can see across the street, it's a little bit less desirable because there is a stream that runs through that property. But here you have nice road access, good road frontage here on County Road 11, and you've got a nice, fairly flat parcel. And if I come down, and if I come down here like this, you can kind of see the terrain that we're dealing with. Up to the north, not too far, you have a ravine with seasonal water flow. So you're not too far from that. You can go check it out and explore it. Not too far from this property. Off in the distance, you have mountains. This is looking north. That's Mount Blanca to the north. And you have nice snow-capped mountains. If we rotate around a little bit here, you'll see the Sangre de Cristo Range off to the east. So there's the Sangre de Cristo Range. And so you have great mountain views going that way to the east. You're looking south and then southwest. You have a smaller mountain there. And then out to the west, you have the mountains are farther off in the distance. They're a little harder to see, but you have some closer hills here. And that is the lay of the land. As you can see, the property is really flat. It's right on a county road. You can just come in. You can cut a small driveway in if you want to be set farther back. You could probably just, drive right on in and check it out. The vegetation is pretty minimal. It's just low-lying shrubs and grass. So really easy to use this property. Really easy to clear. If we zoom out a little bit, this will help you get an feel for the population density. So here's the property. 20 acres is pretty large. It's, I think, larger than 15 football fields. And if we look here, you have, this is the nearest neighbor. And, looks like they've got their property fenced in. And then here is the second closest neighbor, and they are pretty far away. I mean, I think each of these blocks is a half mile, so they're roughly a mile away from you, something like that, your closest neighbor. So it's a great chance to kind of get out of the city, get away from people, be out on your own, be out in nature, have great mountain views, and be in a place where you can easily go explore and see beautiful things. Nearby the property, there are lots of activities, especially outdoor activities, lots of unique places to southern Colorado and northern New Mexico, and there are plenty of amenities to explore. So as you can see here, this is Google's travel guide for Costilla County in Colorado. Lots of outdoor mountain type activities. Blanca Peak, which is one of the tallest mountains in the Rocky Mountain Range, Mount Lindsay, Culebra Peak, the whole Sangre de Cristo Range, which runs right here east of the property. And Fort Garland is a town that's got museums and lots of cultural things to check out and do. You have very close to the property St. Louis. The weather for this area is pretty good. I mean, very little precipitation, and it's nice and warm in the summer, not too warm. The high altitude kind of keeps the temperatures in the summer at bay, so it doesn't get too hot. And as you can see in the winter, it's not as extreme as a lot of other places in the country are. In Taos County, New Mexico, there is a ton to see and do. Lots of exciting things. You have the pueblos. You have lots of old mission churches, museums, there are outdoor activities. It's just a fun town to go and see and check out. Also, if you're into outdoor things, Red River isn't too far from there as well. There's a skiing area there. If you look at Taos itself, you can see the Museum of Art here. Lots of southwestern activities and things to see. Also, to help you get a feel for the area, these are several pictures of Costilla County. In the spring, it's a little bit greener than it is in the winter. As you can tell, here's a nice picture of the winter. The county is great because it's surrounded by mountains around the whole county. This is a church in San Luis, a town that's about 20 minutes north of the property. Lots of outdoor activities. It's really just a beautiful place and a great place to get out and be with nature. It's one of the least populous counties in the state of Colorado, and it really provides great opportunities to connect with the outdoors. So, if you're into the outdoors, if you're into mountains, if you want to check this place out, it's a great spot. This will also give you an idea of the vegetation. As you can see, the property has vegetation about like this, mostly desert shrubs and light grasses, and not a lot of thick vegetation. When you combine that with the fact that the property lays pretty flat, that makes it a pretty usable space. You don't have to do a lot of work. You don't have to do a lot of clearing. You can basically go there, clear out a little driveway, which won't take much work, and start using the property immediately. All right, just to give an idea of where a lot of properties are selling in the area, I've pulled up on LandWatch properties that are 15 to 25 acres that are available for sale, and in the area in Costilla County. And as you can see, a lot of them are listing for around $1,000 an acre. There are some that are a little lower, and 12,000 an acre or whatever. So anyway, I'll just give you an idea for pricing where other people have listed properties for sale. And with that, thank you for watching, and best of luck.